Hello again, welcome to another look at the weekend and next week's weather, courtesy of Netweather.tv. Well, I don't know about you, but I actually love winter, but the sort of winter which is sunny and blue skies and good visibility, frost around, even some snow. But I'm not so keen on this sort of grey and rather dank weather that we've had recently, and the biting wind as well. In fact, as I speak to you at the moment, it's snowing outside the window. So certainly winter still has us in its grip at the moment, but I think it is time for a change. And indeed we will be having a change. If we start by having a look at the jet stream, it's still really unusually further south for the time of year. In fact, it's across North Africa still. But there's going to be a new jet propagating out from America, and that one's going to be further north, and that'll push into the United Kingdom around the middle of the week, bringing a complete change in the weather to somewhat less cold weather, but at the same time wet and windy, and I'm actually not sure which is worse. The surface level pressure pattern shows high pressure still over Greenland, ridging to the west of the United Kingdom. There is low pressure in the Mediterranean, and the two together are still maintaining the cold, strong northeasterly winds across most parts. Now the high is going to decline to the west of us, and the low in the Mediterranean move away eastwards. So that will allow the winds for a time to die down and get a little bit quieter, not feeling so unpleasant. It will also allow another Atlantic area of low pressure to creep a little bit closer towards us. Excuse me. But actually that low is going to move across France, and as it does so, it's going to bring back those cold easterly winds for a time. But eventually a more vigorous low is going to punch its way in from the west, bringing a change to low pressure and wind and rain, and a very different, as you might say, kettle of fish. Looking at the temperature of the atmosphere, we have unusually cold air at the moment over the United Kingdom, and more especially over Scandinavia, northern Russia, the Norwegian Sea and Greenland. If anything, it turns a little bit colder for a time over the north of Britain, but then somewhat less cold air will begin to push in on Tuesday, and this air begins to get a little bit warmer as time goes on in the second half of the week. But there's certainly not going to be any heat wave. The really warm air, that's the orangey colours, to the south of us. So on a day-to-day basis, as far as Friday is concerned, it looks like a frosty start. There will be a few wintry showers too in the southeast of England, and there'll still be that jolly cold wind as well. Now the showers will die out, and I think all parts will have a quite reasonable day with sunny spells. There will of course be frost early and late, and it will feel pretty chilly nevertheless, but the wind not quite as biting as it was, and there'll be some outbreaks of rain and sleet reaching the northern Isles in the evening. Now on Saturday it looks as if there'll be a little bit of rain, sleet or snow here and there across Scotland. Otherwise another cold day with early frost and late frost come to that, but a dry spell with sunny spells for much of the day, and as the wind eases off, not too bad at all. Now of course on Saturday it is the Grand National, and you'll certainly need to wrap up because it is going to be a chilly day, albeit a sunny one. Now actually, as far as the Grand National is concerned, I usually do very well because I always bet on horses that have a weather theme, and I've often had some winners, and I've certainly often had some place bets. I'm a little bit torn this year because of course obviously Sea Bass is the horse for me, but at only 10 to 1 perhaps not worth a gamble. Unfortunately this year too there's all too many horses of a weather theme, and I'm rather spoilt for choice. We have Sunny Hill Boy, we have Always Waning, we have Aurora Encore, we have Rainbow Hunter, and we have Cloudy Lane as a rank outsider. I think I'm going to put my money on Always Waning. It sounds rather fun. 40 to 1 at the moment, might change nearer the time. So on Sunday it looks a very similar day to Saturday as a matter of fact, but the cold wind will be picking up again during the day, otherwise dry with some fair bit of sunshine. On Monday, on Monday still some rain or sleet around in Scotland, and rain edging in from the west into Ireland and southern parts of England and Wales. And in between, in the more northern and central parts of the country, it should stay dry with some sunshine. Now late on in the day, that rain in the southwest and across Ireland will become heavy. There'll be some strong winds picking up at 2, local gales even in the south around the Channel. On Tuesday, well, a very different day. It looks like it's going to be a really wet and windy day just about everywhere. Some heavy rain in places, still some snow on the hills in the north. Somewhat less cold as far as the temperatures are concerned, but still feeling cold because of that wind and rain. On Wednesday, clearer weather with showers will spread in from the west, but it's still going to be a windy day. It's still going to feel rather cold as a result. A little bit of sunshine in between any showers. For the latter part of the week, it looks as if it's going to be unsettled with rain or showers at times, some sunny intervals, pretty windy too, and for a change, near normal temperatures. Well, that's all from me for the time being. I hope, and I'm sorry about the coughing and the spluttering, I hope my voice gets back for next week. I'm sure when the weather cheers up and we get rid of this cold, then my throat will cheer up with it. And I hope at least I shall bring you some winners at the Grand National on Saturday. Until then, have a lovely weekend and join me next week. Goodbye for now.